Hey, what's up guys, it is Deepward here from Deepward Gaming, and welcome to game number 2 between Ted and Yumiko. I believe, who was it, Ted that took game 1, so we do have Yumiko a little bit in a hole here. I believe this is a best of 3 series, so anyways, he needs to win to keep going in this best of 3. So we have Ted spawning at the top left position of Twisted Meadows, and Yumiko spawning at the bottom left position. Yumiko is playing human, of course, and we have Ted playing his standard Undead as usual. Don't really see too many pro players switching, or these certain pro players. You see through go Netov a little bit against human players, but he does go human mirror a little bit against human players, depending on I think it's just more of the player he decided on. But anyways, Thu's actually, is he hosting? I'm not sure. Regardless, we do have Yumiko not going for a power build. Oh, I didn't see the peasant right there. He is going for a power build, so this will be a this is probably the worst spawning that Yumiko could have got though. So he's going for Mountain King. Once again, he went for Mountain King game 1, so he's gonna go for the Mountain King once again. No, actually, no, he went for Archmage game 1. Did he? I think Archmage. So he's going for Mountain King. So now he's going for Mountain King game 2. As we saw him, he got exploded by the gargoyles when he tried to do that against Ketchy a few games back. But anyways, do have a scout coming here, and Ted is going to be very pleased to see Yumiko spawning right next to him, because this is the best spawn, because he's going to try to go for the Goblin Lab, but most likely with some militia. Death Knight will be able to come out there and possibly try to get some militia creep jacks. Yumiko doing his little scout tower out in front of his base again, so he's starting to do this. Well, Yumiko is. I haven't really seen any other humans start to do it. So Yumiko's, I guess he's learned that it is better to put the scout tower a little bit out in front, just to help prevent some of those skeleton harassments. I'm guessing mid-game, early game. Because if you put it back here, skeleton could, I don't know, maybe it's just better against an undead player, because a lot of your fights happen outside in front of your base. But anyways, Yumiko going for the safer camp after he saw the acolyte run over here that quick. I think he could have gone for the big camp, but just decided not to, just because it would be way too risky. As you see, Death Knight's already kind of already halfway there, almost. He is halfway there now. But looks like Yumiko's going to be able to finish this off just in time. Maybe Death Knight maybe will come over here. He's going to get a footman, or a militia, excuse me. Wow, did he get the creep jack? No, he didn't. Wow, that was very close. So he did manage to take down a peasant, but wow, that would have been very nice if he was able to take down that little knoll, or the big knoll, excuse me, with the acolyte. That would have been very crazy. Anyways, Ted's going for his tech. Actually, he's not even going for a single fiend this time. He's going for very delayed Ted fiends. Meanwhile, another footman joining the army for Yumiko. Arcane tower is up, and still no Ted fiend yet. So Ted is pretty satisfied with his or I guess he feels confident with his strategy of just a single Death Knight for a little bit. Still no Ted Fiend. There we go. We got the Ted Fiend coming now. About 1/3 of the tech for the Halls of the Dead. And meanwhile, just a little back and forth, exchanging some damage on the units. Nothing really too special going on right now. No tech here for Yumiko, so we're going to see an expansion point. He's going to go for the expansion point with the Mountain King and Footman. But right now, he's just keeping an eye on the Death Knight. Maybe he's doing this just so he can do militia, split militia. I'm not sure if he's gonna do split militia creep camp. That's what he's been doing lately. But still, just keeping an eye over on Ted's side of the map. Is he gonna go for these gnolls? It looks like he's gonna go for the gnolls. Maybe. Nope. Anticipated that skeleton and Death Knight coming. So we do have that one fiend. It should be out. There's the one fiend. But still, no tech for Yumiko, so we're going to see an expansion point, and I think he's going to be running back to his expansion point now. Going to try to take down the skeleton, just last bit time. I don't even know how to say that, but anyways, yeah, it died, because it doesn't have enough more time. Anyways, another skeleton just doing some more scouting, harassment, keeping an eye on Yumiko's Mountain King. You can't get rid of these skeletons, so it's so pesky here. Got lucky with the bash there, so it is able to take it down. Now Ted is going to anticipate this. He's going to think that he's going for an expansion point, so he's got 2 Ted Fiends, and Ted is going to go for destroyers most likely. He's not showing that he's going for gargoyles like Ketchy did, so we're not going to see gargoyles. He's probably just going to go for the quick destroyer. That's the most common look there, but no, Ted actually not anticipating it. He's going to play it safe and try to pick up level 2 over here on the Death Knight. Should come close to it, but probably will have to take down that Moon Camp to get it. I'll just keep an eye on it right here, see if he picks it up. What I don't really get to get here for the Mountain King. Range protection +3, so not that bad. I don't think is Death Knight gonna get it. No, he's gonna be very close, or he might get it because he got that militia little green camp. I think he's gonna get it. Yep, does get it. So picked up a Circle of Nobility as well. So he's going to start making this expansion point. Still no tech yet. Trying to make that lumber mill so he can get some guard towers as well. These skeletons here for Ted are going to come in here and spot this. And let's see if Ted's gonna, Ted's gonna try to be a little bit aggressive here and try to go put some harassment on this expansion point. Doesn't look like he's gonna do that though. He's gonna play it safe and trust his destroyers late/mid game here. And destroyers are rather pesky, as we see here. He reduces the slaughterhouse, but he's not. He's not attacking straight to T3, so that could be, he did go for, he's actually using staff teleportation, using a bolt here. He's trying to steal his rock golem, so blocking there by Ted. Ooh, actually got double bolted from the rock golem as well as Mountain King. Mountain King's got to pick up the potion of mana too. Wow, he picked up both, and very, very nice there for the Mountain King there. And wow, is actually going to force a TP2 on the Death Knight, and Yumiko's not going to go up. He's going to try to run here and take down this Death Knight. Oh, there, he's going to be slow nicely down there. Halls of the Dead, pushing back this Mountain King, and that was very, very close for Ted there. But he is going for the statue and meat wagon, but that Mountain King already level 3 is going to be a lot more difficult to push a human player than if he went the Archmage, because it's just more difficult. Mountain King already level 3. That bolt's gonna be very, very nice, especially when the DK is lower level. So I think Yumiko definitely has the heal advantage right now. I actually had to buy a potion because he's that scared of that bolt and focus here, and he's gonna try to make a little skirmish here with Yumiko. Is Yumiko just gonna try to retreat to get a frost armor though first on the Lich? So that's gonna help him. That's gonna help the survivability for that Death Knight. Is gonna be able to take down that Berserker though, and wasted gold there for Yumiko. You could say. Anyways, a Arcane Vault coming over to the right of the expansion point there. Mountain King is just going to retreat a little bit. I think he's actually just going to keep an eye on here. Not going to give free creep to Ted here. And Ted's going to go back to the Mercenary Camp. Just pick up some Rod Necromancy. Still no tech for Yumiko. Probably teching at the expansion point. Still no tech. So he's just, wow, still no tech coming here for Yumiko. Still just making peasants, making farms. And the only units he can make is footmen at this point. So kind of, I'm surprised he's delayed this long. Did buy the mercenaries as well, and we're gonna have some creeping here for Ted. Ted's actually bringing in a few ghouls to help aid him as well. Only has one ghoul back at his base to get lumber. Maybe he's gonna pick up a shredder. Can you even pick it? Yeah, you can pick up a shredder on this map. Doesn't have it cleared though, but I guess he's satisfied with his lumber amount. How much does he have? I want to check, but I don't want to go away from this battle. Meanwhile, Mountain King just looks like he's trying to sniff out that Death Knight, and just push back the Death Knight a little bit and try to cause Ted to be frustrated here. I would be frustrated if I was Ted. You know, all this harassment coming from just one measly Mountain King. Can cause so much havoc because that level 2 bolt doesn't have much mana though, but can pop that mana potion to get 300 anytime he wants. Footman over here just chilling, and he is at 260 lumber, not teching yet, so we are going to see those meat wagons pretty soon. Probably is this one heading over? No, just a fiend. So it looks like Ted's going to try to apply some pressure here on this expansion point right now, and really nothing to defend except for the Mountain King. And some towers, of course. So there we go. We got the tech on the keep, and in fact, the keep, I was confirmed that the keep does use militia. Thank you for left the comment on that before. But anyways, looks like Ted's just going to try to push in here, and doesn't have too many peasants to heal up. Actually, he does. He has a lot of peasants up here. So he's probably going to have to move his peasants over here to heal up this guard tower any second now. Meanwhile, trying to put some towers up. Wow, if he tried to put some pressure up on the main base. The only difficult thing about a human player early game, if you're going to try to put pressure on here, is that militia. As you see here, Yumiko already anticipating this push a little bit and trying to get some militia here as fast as he can. Going to send them back, and probably will re-militia those guys if Ted decides to go all out kamikaze on these towers and maybe possibly lose a few fiends. Let's see if he's going to do that. He's going to lose a ghoul. That looks like it's going to be a first unit, and we are going to have a decent-sized footman army and probably has defend. So this is going to be very tough, and a lot of these militiamen. He's going to have a dust too and be able to take down that fiend. Ted's going to try to come back and try to save that fiend, possibly a little bit too late though. And there's just way too many units. You're going to get a bolt there and surround another fiend. He does have a dust, probably going to take that down as well. Frost armor being popped there. Going to try to save that, but probably just going to burrow it. Force first Yumiko to use a dust appearance, and still no dust appearance. There it goes. It gets popped now. He's gonna be able to finish off that burrowed crypt fiend. Another one's gonna be focused here. Does get bolt. Is gonna be surrounded though, and is gonna maybe be saved. Was able to get out of there from the semi block, but no. We have maybe a surround on Death Knight. No, got out of there, and just trying to use the skeleton minions to tank a bit. This meat wagon is being focused here. Is gonna get a frost armor though, and it looks like Yumiko actually did a decent job because all Yumiko really has to do is just push back the undead, But all really he has to worry about is just feeding the heroes, because that's what happened last game. He fed the undead heroes, and they both got level 5, and it's just over when undead heroes are that fed. So basically, he just needs to prevent this push a little bit, just force him back. Doesn't really need to kill Ted or push him back all the way. But this is going to be very rough situation here for Yumiko. Doesn't really have any T2 units yet. Could get a tavern hero. Doesn't. Only has a barracks so far. And there's not really too many towers that can hit the undead army right now. So these fiends, lich, and 2 meat wagons are just gonna go to work on this keep, forcing these peasants to heal up this keep constantly. Meanwhile, it looks like we have some creeping over here by Yumiko. Mountain King sitting at level 3 still. Hasn't picked up a level in quite some time, just because it hasn't really killed. It only kills like 2-3 fiends maybe. He's going to get some nice Frost Nova and some AoE from those meat wagons there, taking down those peasants. So very nice harassment there. He's going to be able to constantly get a lot of mana too on that Lich. He's going to be able to use that Frost Nova relatively, what would you say? He's going to be able to use it a lot? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so 2 meat wagons. He's staying under 50 food. He's actually going over 52 food now. So he made the fiend and the meat wagon. So now he's going over 50 food, and he's committing to this. Ted's just, he thinks this is too good to be true right now. He's just going to work on this keep. Nothing. He's not even contesting this right now. I don't even think Yumiko wants to. He doesn't have the army to. And really nothing. I mean, he just can't. He has a Mountain King level 4, and if he loses this will be very bad for Yumiko here. He's gonna have to get a focus on a Death Knight or something. I think he's teleporting. Whoa, I think maybe he was just trying to scare Ted there, teleporting with the Staff of TP, maybe just to scare him. Looks like we got the Militia involved. He did pick up a second hero, seeing the Blood Mage, so we're gonna see some banishes and some focuses on those fiends. They're gonna go down in 1 hit, most likely. We're very close to it. Could be some focusing on that Death Knight as well. Needs to be careful. I'm not sure. Did he pass the banish? No, he's actually going for mana drain first. So he's going for mana drain first. Going to drain all that mana off the Death Knight. Going to use a Dust of Appearance there. Meat Wagon's trying to get in good position here. Can do some nice AoE damage to those militiamen. There is the mana being passed to the Mountain King. Mountain King's going to be able to pop so many of those Stormbolts off, and going to be able to take down a few of these fiends when they're running away. There is a core to save that. Trying to get a surround here. Is going to have to force another Dust of Appearance. Does have it. Is he going to use it? That Frost Armor is definitely doing a nice job, though, to prevent that focusing on Death Knight. Doesn't even, he can't go over the focus, really, because his units will just get slowed way too much. Mana Drain going to be popped again. Still not just of appearance. I think maybe Yumiko just forgot about this Fiend. Could have probably just dusted it and then took it down with 1 bolt. But Ted actually doing a pretty nice job here. Didn't lose too many units, lost a few, but doing a pretty nice job there. But really needed to keep down that keep. So Yumiko went to the last minute, basically, to push over there. He used all his time wisely, just making sure he could have enough to push back the undead. I think maybe if he thought if he could just try to go in there, he didn't think he could handle it. So he just waited, kept the keep alive, and tried to go in there the last minute, and was successful. But now we're going to have some creeping over here by Ted. And Ted actually picked up a Ogre Mauler. Isn't going to be able to core that, though, but is going to be some nice tanking here against this human army. There's the bolt, there's the coral, and Frost Nova, Frost Armor in exchange to counter that. Footman's going to fall, and not too great here. Not the best situation here for Yumiko. I think there's an Arcane Vault. Why did I say I think? Arcane Vault going down. He actually canceled it, so that's interesting because he's anticipating that Ted's going to come back in here, and yeah, you can't really build a shop. I guess you could build it back here, but that would be kind of stupid to build it right here. We're just going to take it down in 2 seconds. We see the first 2 T buildings here, T2 buildings here, and it's probably going to be breakers once again. And Yumiko is still in a rough situation. Ted has some nice practice against this human expansion point, and he does a very nice job. Still probably at T2 though. Yep, at T2. Just keep sending over the meat wagons as well as a fiend. Is going to get picked off here. It looks like this first meat wagon. Maybe the Lich is going to try to come over here, try to get a Frost Nova. And there's the bash, lucky bash there. That's exactly what he needed. One more hit would do it. He's going to chase it down. There's a bolt in exchange on the Death Knight, and Mountain King still trying to chase it down. Probably will take it down. Does have the boot to speed, and all that mana got drained on the Mountain King. Only 1 left for a coil. Is going to pop that coil onto a Mountain King, and Yumiko doing the smart thing, just trying to focus on these meat wagons. And without the meat wagons, Ted is not going to be able to push that keep as efficiently as he wants to, and that's probably a very good situation here. He's going to get this round on Ogre Mauler too. Only thing he can do is pass that Frost Armor to it, and he's going to slow this militia army just a little bit, and that's probably all that Ted needs is to get away. But Ted is still going to fight this here. We do see a level 2 Blood Mage, so we are going to see some banish here. That's going to be very nice. We're going to see a statue here. We do see the first breakers getting involved, and Yumiko's still going at this. This militia is going to roar off, so these peasants aren't going to be as effective as they were in militia form, and Ted is still going to fight this. It feels like he can wall off his army here with these fiends. Just needs these meat wagons to stay alive. Is going to save that one crit fiend and forcing Yumiko to actually teleport out. So Yumiko actually had a TP out here and is at 60 out of 60 food and doesn't have that many resources, and is going to lose a few careless militia right here as well. And not the best situation here. Yumiko wanted just using these peasants as his army, basically. That's his tank ability, and that's basically all he has to survive. He just has to abuse his militia power and keep running over here. I think he's gonna probably try to get these meat wagons down ASAP. Another one joins the party here for Ted, and gonna have to keep healing up and he's running out of lumber pretty fast here. So does he have only one lumberman at the base? So if he runs out of lumber, he doesn't really have anything to supply that. So that's gonna be very bad news there for Yumiko if he loses the game, because he just doesn't have enough lumber. And now we see that nuking begin here. We've got the level 2 Nova as well as the level 2 Coil. But Ted needs to be careful here. There's way too much melee here, and these breakers are very, very nice feedback if they want to focus a hero. And we do have the scary nuke from the Mountain King as well as a banish. And it looks like the army of Yumiko, who are they focusing? I think they're going for the Death Knight possibly. But peasants militia wore off, and it looks like these breakers are trying to do as much damage on this Mountain King as Death Knight as possible. There's another bolt, and I'm not sure really why he was focusing that. Maybe he should go for a meat wagon, because he just lost quite a few units there. But he still has the expansion point. Doesn't have enough lumber though. Staying under 50 food for a little bit. Just went over though with that one production of that Spellbreaker. So this game is turning out pretty similar to the last one. Pretty entertaining as well. But don't really see this too often. Ted's doing a pretty nice job here, putting up that pressure. And maybe this is the new way to handle human expansion points. I feel like the Undead's always tried to do gargoyles or what would you say, or destroyers. Yeah, it's very common to do destroyers, but this meat wagon little push seems to be pretty effective. You just need to stay true to it and have decent microguns breakers once he gets his breakers. But just the Mountain King is not that scary anymore. As long as you put that frost armor on your heroes, Mountain King can't really chase you down. You know, that frost armor is just very good. And now we have Ted actually being rather aggressive here, just going for the main base. He's like, heck, I can't take down the expansion point. We're going for the main base. He's going to try to take this down. Before this, one Arcane Singlet is going to fall, though. Another Breaker joins the party. Doesn't really have too much militia. Oh, actually, militia coming from the expansion point, and pretty nice here. Splitting them up here. Is he going to get a surround here on the Lich? And did he get it? He got the surround. Is going to use a coil here. He's going to have to pass the TP, but no TP. No TP here. So this Lich may fall, and that would be very, very bad news here for Ted. And he's going to try to focus it down. Lich going to be saved there with a coil, or not really saved, just healed up, and didn't have enough DPS to take down that Lich. So I lost a lot of units there. I lost a lot of time there, and it looks like this Mountain King is going to be focused down. Does have some nice items though for survivability. On exchange though, Crypt Fiend is going to be taken down because he used that nuke on the Mountain King, and ooh, very close there. I had to pop the disappearance to take down that Fiend, and a Sorcerer. A little bit careless once again. I think Yumiko has a little habit. I mean, human units, it is very sloppy. It's hard to control human units. Just lost the Sorcerer a little bit before he even got any slow off. And this Sorcerer a little bit out of place here. You could just take it down with one auto attack from all his Fiends. Wow, as well as a little Breaker out of place there for Ted. And wow, look at these meat wagons. Was that Militia going to take it down? No. Militia's still trying to take these down. 7 HP, 34 HP. Needs to keep those alive. That's a lot of meat right there. That's 8 meat. And Lich picking at level 4, so we have a level 2. Or he could go for conversion. He's still trying to take these down. And wow, he's losing a lot of units here, trying to take down those meat wagons. The meat wagon's so weak. And this peasant trying to take it down. Is this peasant gonna one hit it? One more hit, 2 more hits by that peasant will take it down. We do have some mana drain being popped off. Lich was able to get out of there though. A bolt, kind of a bad bolt. Not really sure why he bolted there. Just didn't really even do anything. Just took down like 100 damage on the Lich. That's about it. Anyway, still T2 here for Ted. And expansion point still up for Yumiko. So I think Ted has advantage at this point, but I think Yumiko, if you got a hero focus or something, could turn this game around. So that's basically all his hope. If he gets a hero focus, He could get some. Maybe he should make some acolytes in this situation. And my FPS just went down for a second. Anyways, looks like Mountain King's gonna be at the pop. That potion of invulnerability got coiled and nuked. But in exchange, though, he's gonna lose a fiend. So maybe not the best exchange here. And he might even lose these meat wagon. They just send it back to heal up, man. Like he's gonna lose that. And wow, he just lost a meat wagon. Probably just should have healed it up, sent it back, and maybe just a little bit too aggressive there. Really needs to get that one meat wagon out of here to send it back and heal it up. Not even worth it, dude. If you're just gonna let it die here, you might as well just kill it yourself, deny it. Say he has a lot of experience. There's the banish. Actually, didn't get the banish off in time, so the bolt went off before the banish hit. So kind of Yumiko playing a little sloppy here, and these militia just keeps making militia. Militia are the basically the main unit of this army. Just keeps using militia. Doesn't have 4 sorcerers though, and sorcerers are pretty decent against this undead army because there's no destroyers. There is nothing to take away the slow. But he's gonna have to use. I think this could be the last push for Yumiko. Doesn't have too much gold left in that main base, and I think this is gonna be the fight here. And one burrowed Crypt Fiend going down. Militiamen trying to get better positioning here. Meat Wagon running back, and this is gonna be a rough runaway for Ted here. He could lose a lot of units here. Is Ted losing? Ted doesn't have much gold either. Wow, this could be very bad here for Ted. And this game could be turned around as long as he doesn't lose that Mountain King. Level 3 Blood Mage as well. So wow, could he take down the Lich? Got a nice little bash there, or is it a bolt? I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention. Looks like he's gonna take down the statue. But wow, Ted had all the momentum. Ted looks very strong. Ran out of gold there and didn't think he could do it. So wow, Yumiko survived that. It looked like Ted. Wow. That was I thought Ted would have that, man. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. I guess we have a game 3. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. And game 3 coming rather short. And yeah, peace out.